signing the Abraham Accords was basically one of the most important milestones that we have achieved. We have opened a channel with the Israelis and the officials and the Israeli government, and I see this is why we should continue, and this is why we should always keep an open door and the channel with the Israelis.
So an important day in the Middle East that I don't think gets enough recognition is April 13 to 14, when Iran launched an attack on Israel turned out to be 100 ballistic missiles, probably 250 drones, and it was essentially completely stopped by integrated air defense and extraordinary performance by a number of air forces, obviously led by Israel. What's not widely understood is that CENTCOM, starting several years ago, organized integrated air defense and radars, including countries in the Arab world such as Bahrain. So that night of April 13 was an important one for Bahrain. And I'm sure our audience would be interested in hearing what that was like for you, what you knew about the Iranian threat as those missiles and drones were launched, and whether you think this air defense integration might be the beginning of some broader regional defense cooperation.
Well, deterrence is our key word, right, in all aspects when we speak about our region and its conflicts, and especially when we pinpoint Iran being within the mix. Don't forget, Iran is only 200 miles away from the Kingdom of Bahrain. We host the 5th Fleet Command over there with multinational commands as well. So we play a vital role in the deterrence and also the stability of the region. We are proud of it. It's been running on now for more than 75 years, which is a great achievement for the Kingdom of Bahrain. It wasn't only for the Kingdom of Bahrain, but also for the region. So I refer to my grandfather when he described the 5th Fleet as the mountain of fire that is protecting us from all threats. Well, that night in specific, you know, we were all in duty, and we are always in close contact with our colleagues and allies and the region itself. Thank God we have a proper integrated system, especially trying to cover our airspace. So this is excellent example for how we should come closer, how we should always integrate our efforts and always layer the map and make sure that we don't let loose any, I mean, we should airtight the region in specific. But there's so much details to go into that specific attack. We know many countries have been in charge of the deterrence itself, and we are proud as the Kingdom of Bahrain to be part of that integrated system.
So I just note the importance of that. On that night, many countries, as His Highness just said, including Bahrain, certainly including Jordan, were part of the defense that prevented the war. If those missiles had landed and hit their targets, we would have been in a very different situation. So I think it's really an important moment, and the fact that Bahrain and other Arab nations were working with the U.S. and Israel needs to be noted. So you mentioned the Iranian threat. It is awfully perilously close to Bahrain. Bahrain, like the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, has been exploring the possibility not simply of deterring Iran with the strong forces. You've got the 5th Fleet based there in Manama, but also the possibility of engaging Iran through direct diplomacy. I don't think that's widely understood, but maybe you could just say a few words about how your kingdom is thinking about the possibility of perhaps opening direct dialogue with Tehran.
Well, we are strong believers in two paths, deterrence and diplomacy as well. And in the art of diplomacy, we should always keep an open door. I know we have cut relations with Iran. We have zero contact with Iran. And I think talking to Iran, like what we have done during the Abraham Accords, talking to Israel, is always important for us, always